There, this is Hannan from Spunky Technology. I have done a different IoT project this time, and this time it is a smart power strip which can be controlled via Alexa, Google Home, or a web browser. But right now I'll be using it with Alexa only. So as you can see that I have divided this tutorial into two parts, and this is the part 1 in which I'll be dealing with the software and programming stuff, while in the second part I'll be doing the hardware connections and wiring things. In this series I'll control it with Alexa only, but when the channel reaches 1000 subscribers, but if this channel reaches 1000 subscribers, then I'll make another video where I'll connect it with Google Assistant and create an HTML, Python and a JavaScript app to control and rename the IoT devices or the switches which will be controlled. So first of all, open your web browser and install the Arduino IDE from arduino.cc. Now open the Arduino installation file and install the Arduino IDE on your system, and this might take up to 2 minutes at max, and I'll skip this part. So once you're done, you'll have this IDE, and since we are using ESP8266 for this project, we'll need to install some libraries for it. So you can do it by going to ESP GitHub page, and from this copy the boards manager link, and then open your Arduino boards manager and search for ESP8266 and then add it to your Arduino IDE. So this way we can easily import all the required libraries and the header files which we need for ESP boards and different modules. And after this installation is complete, we need to install UART to USB drivers, since the ESP8266 will be connected via the USB port onto the Mac, and we need to install some drivers for that. So you can go to this URL scilabs.com. I'll provide the link in the description below. So once you have downloaded that, you can simply connect your ESP device to your computer using the USB serial port. So once we have finished installing the Scilabs driver, now we'll be installing the Firebase Arduino library, and for that open your web browser and search Firebase Arduino. This will show a GitHub link. So open that link and install the repository onto your Arduino IDE, and once you have finished the installation, you can move ahead. Now open this link on GitHub and install the following libraries. First one is the Arduino Wi-Fi Manager, and the second one is Arduino JSON. So install them the same way, and after that you are good to go. Download the Alexa Firebase Switch repository from GitHub and save it to your desktop. After that, open the Arduino IDE and open that folder and navigate to the file called smartboard.ini, and in this file we'll be making some changes. So first of all, you need to add the Firebase authentication and your Firebase URL so that we can add and send the data to the cloud server. So for that, open Firebase console using the following link, and then create a Firebase account and then open your console. You can see that there is a go to console button on the top. And after that we'll be creating a real-time database which will be used to store the switch state from the board. So for example, if the switch is on, we'll be storing a variable with the value 1 in the database, and if the switch is off, we'll be changing the value of that variable to 0. So this way we'll be updating the state of the switch into the database. Now select database in the menu on the left hand side, and after that scroll down and create a new real-time database. Now you'll have to select test mode so that it enables. Now once you have created the database, you'll have to copy the database link and add it into the Arduino file. So copy this link and then add it into the Arduino file. Make sure to remove the HTTPS and the / when you paste it. So after you have pasted it, you have to copy the authentication code, which can be found by clicking the gear icon and then go to service accounts and then database secrets. Over there you will find the authentication code and simply paste it into the Arduino IDE. So this way you have completed the authentication and the connection process with Firebase, and to test it you can simply verify or compile your code. Once you have made the changes to the file, just verify the code to check if there are any errors, and as you can see that there were no errors in our code. Now the next step is to upload it, and I'll be covering this in the next video, where I'll be showing the connections with the relay and connecting the relay with the main power supply. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, or you can reach me on my Instagram account. And if you want to check the working of this board, then see the story highlight on my account. You can see this. This one is the working video, and I'll be doing a giveaway when I'll reach 4,000 followers on Instagram. So please follow and subscribe.